Hey guys, it is Damak here and welcome back to episode 5 of my Caterham My Team Career Mode here on F1 26. If you did miss last episode, I would highly recommend you go and check it out. It's a very, very dramatic one. If you've missed the rest of the series, I'd highly recommend you check all the videos out as well. If you did see last episode though, you would know it was a very depressing one with Roman Stanek finishing last place on the road after contact on lap 5 with Arvid Lindblad. The start of the season has been amazing for the Caterham team, better than anyone could have expected on their second time in Formula 1. That made last weekend very, very sad for us because we just finished P22 and P23. Ollie Behrman retired, so we were the last on the road. It wasn't a true representation of the start of the season that we have had, but Lando Norris is running away with it, and we have 9 points to our name, and we're sitting in 6th position. Roman Stanek in 10th and Keane Shields in 13th. We still have 4 upgrades in the pipeline, but they have been delayed thanks to damage from last round, which is very unfortunate. Obviously the floor for Roman Stanek and then the front wing end plate for Keane Shields. Keane Shields has done in the front wing end plate 2 weekends in a row. Hopefully it's not 3 weekends in a row as we're driving as him today. So we'll be going into this round in Saudi Arabia on the back foot. All 4 upgrades are due to come after this race weekend, so we'll have them for Miami. We just need to decide which driver gets them. Anyway, looking at the engine, Stanek has gone through a lot quicker than Keane Shields. So we've got a new ICE, a new turbocharger, and a new gearbox for Roman Stanek. So we've decided to put a new ICE in Keane Shields' car. Everything else looks okay. The wear isn't too bad on Keane Shields' machine. Maybe the gearbox and the turbocharger going into Miami. But for Stanek, 53% on the gearbox and 46% on the turbocharger. I just had to replace them. So we've got 2 new stickers on the car, both current sponsors, one being the title sponsor. We've got X-Formic on the rear wing as well, just giving them a bit more publicity. We've got Venus on the front wing end plate. We were struggling with saving the battery last time out in Bahrain, but I think it's going to be an even tougher challenge today in Jeddah. Let's head in and see how we get on with the practice programs. My first lap at Jeddah on a Formula 1 game hasn't gone too badly. I've played it on R Factor, but never on an F1 game, and we get a purple score in the track acclimatization. So after 3 attempts at the tyre wear program, we just can't seem to do it. We've done the track acclimatization and we've done the race strategy program. We got purple in them. We haven't managed to get purple in this one though. It's only a green score for now. Lando Norris tops the session by just under 7 tenths, but where are we? We're 21st place. Teammate Roman Stanek in 23rd on the soft tyre and still slower than us. It's not looking too good here, even if we've got the new ICEs and new powertrain parts, but not looking too good. Let's head into qualifying for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Welcome to the Jeddah Corniche, one of the fastest circuits on the calendar. But let's see who will be fastest of them all. We're about to set the grid for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Yes, it's qualifying.
I'm not too sure on the corner names, so this lap might not have that much commentary, and plus I need to concentrate. So through the first chicane, nicely done. I'm going to use this as more like a banker, just so we have a lap on the board. I don't think it's going to be very good as we nearly run wide through turn 4 there. We've got a car behind us. I'm not quite sure who it is, but they're not exactly helping us. That's through, I think it's turn 10, and then this counts as 2 corners, I think, these 2 slight bends. We've got Lindblad behind us, so he's not helping our situation. As through turn 13 goes Keane Shields. Nicely done. That was a nice line through there. I'm trying not to use the boost because I know by the last 2 straights it's going to be gone. But hot lap mode seems to run through it anyway. Lindblad is going to be held up here, but he can complain all he wants. We're on a lap 2. Look at the battery already. I haven't even put it into boost mode, and hot lap mode has just destroyed it, so we're not going to have any boost. We're going to Lyco a little through turn 24, I think, and down towards turn 27, the last corner on this track. Let's see how we get on, as Lindblad is looking to our outside. Lindblad goes to the outside, and the British driver obviously has saved his boost, as through the final corner we lose the back end in the dirty air. I'll blame that. We've got a nice slipstream from Arvid Lindblad as he crosses the line and we cross the line, and we are the slowest car yet so far that has set a lap. So it's not looking too good for us. So I've not used any battery boost on this lap, and look at it, it's just down at 11%. We've barely got any push as we're behind Hamilton, so he's given us a nice slipstream. We're a bit wide through the final corner. But as we put straight line mode on, this lap is going to be slower. We're just going to boost to the line, actually. We've got enough, but... So our second lap is not quicker than the first lap on these tyres. We need to come in, put a new set of boots on, and go again. Both Caterham cars are struggling here in Q1. Roman Stanek 23rd, Cian Shields 24th. We're currently 1.4 seconds off the cut-off time set by Liam Lawson. We really need to get a grip here. I'm just trying to not use the boost, but it just seems to be using itself. Do we just have to put it in medium for a bit and then use it down the two straights? I'm not quite sure what the game plan is. We'll put a new set of tyres on and we'll go again. What's given me a nice bit of relief though is that both Works Audis are in the drop zone as well with 20th and 21st. So maybe the engine just isn't suited to this track. We've also got the two Honda powered cars in here. So it's just as you would expect, maybe the Audi powertrain not really liking the high speed circuits. You've got to be joking me. We've not even made it to the end of the session. Oh no, I came out way too late. Way too late. Cian Shields is starting 24th again. Oh, I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. I misjudged the timings. It's an all Caterham back row once again, just like Japan, as the team sent Cian Shields out way too late. He missed the cut-off to start a new lap, and that is totally my fault. I misjudged it. Both Works Audis are out as well, as are the Aston Martins. So Audi and Honda engines just are not suited to this track. Apparently, Lindblad, the only other driver to go out, and he's the only other rookie. So the three rookies are out in Q1. Both Cadillacs through to Q2, setting respectable lap times, but I just cannot believe I did that. Let's head into the race here at the Jeddah circuit and see how we get on. Hopefully it's not like Bahrain where we're both the last cars over the line, but that was because we had contact. Let's see, I'm sure it'll be carnage in front. Let's go in to the race here in Jeddah.
So here we are then, welcoming you today to one of the jewels of the Arab world, Jeddah. One of the biggest cities in Saudi Arabia, second only to Riyadh, gateway to Mecca, and one of the biggest ports in the region. And now, host to the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah street circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Piastri, Antonelli, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Norris, Verstappen, Sainz, Albon, and Isaac Hadjar, Gasly, Colapinto, Liam Lawson, and Ocon, Behrman, Perez, Valtteri Bottas, and Arvid Lindblad, Bortoleto, Alonso, Hülkenberg, Stroll, Shields, and Roman Stanek rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
To be fair, I forgot about the gearbox rule, so good job Stanek qualified 23rd. He's only gone back one place. Imagine he'd had an amazing qualifying, and then it's like, oh no, you're starting last again. The strategies then, I think it's just going to be a hard tyre to a medium. That'll be the one to go for because just what they've got there, I'm not quite sure we should change it too much. So we're going to go medium hard actually, try and get a good start and jump a few positions just like we did with Roman Stanek in China. And we had a good start last race in Bahrain before it all unfolded on lap 5. Caterham looking for a good result here after a horrible Bahrain Grand Prix. I've had 2 mishaps today. Stanek's gearbox, which if he had... Roman. If he had qualified well, I would have been raging. And then my qualifying incident with Cian Shields sending him out way too late. Let's get a nice angle on this slot. There we go. Nicely done. And the lights are now on here in Jeddah for round 5 of the season. It's the lights out and away we go. And it's a decent start from the Caterham of Cian Shields. We go past Lance Stroll and we're up the inside of Hülkenberg towards turn 1. We've got to take it a bit easier though. I don't want to get to the pinch point with Arvid Lindblad. We're side by side with Alonso though, and that might work out quite well. We're up to P20 here. Brilliant start for Cian Shields from P23. And we've got Bortoleto and Lindblad in front on the hards. We had to avoid them there. We've tapped the back of Bortoleto in towards turn 4. I just didn't expect them to be going so slow, but we're up to P20. I don't think we have any damage on the front wing. We might have a little tiny bit of damage on the nose cone, but I don't think it's going to affect us too much. Just through turn 10, a very good exit. We've got Alonso behind us on the mediums, and Hulkenberg in P22 shouldn't really be a bother. He's on the hards, so it'll take a few laps for his tyres to heat up. We're behind Arvid Lindblad though, and let's see what we can do on this first lap of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. He's on the hards, Bortoletto's on the hards, Bottas there on the mediums in 17th. We might be able to challenge them, but we just need to keep with them. Keep with them for now, get the overtake mode, and then maybe... Oh wow, we've had a massive run there on Lindblad and Bortoletto. We've had to back off, but up towards turn 23, I didn't expect that. Didn't expect we're up the inside of Bortoletto into turn 23, and we got past Lindblad as well. So we're up to 18th position, which is a problem now. We need to use the boost because we want the overtake mode. Bottas is nearly a second ahead. I'm down towards the final corner. That's been an amazing first lap from P23 to P18 for Cian Shields. Ollie Behrman in front now. Bottas got past Behrman on the hards. So these hard tyre runners struggling on the first lap. Just wait a few until their tyres heat up and get into the zone, and then we'll be the ones worrying. Overtake on Behrman and towards turn 1. Bottas going side by side with Liam Lawson. The Kiwi not giving up on the hard tyres there, but Bottas has the quicker ones. Let's see what happens. I'm going to lift in coastal because I think they're going to slow up Behrman through here, and they do. This tough section is going to get worse as the tyres degrade, and obviously ours are going to degrade quicker than the hard tyres, obviously, so we'll see what happens, as we just need to stick with these guys, stay within overtake mode. As Lawson's going to the outside of Bottas in front again. Through turn 13, they're side by side. This is losing them time to the cars up in front. Bottas very sideways already on his mediums, putting the power down a bit too early through turn 13, or the exit of turn 13. Behrman's on the back of them. We're just going to stay behind for now. Can we get another amazing run through this set of corners? I'm not sure of the corner numbers, but let's go down towards turn 23 though. This twisty section, it's basically a straight line, but you can get a good run. Behrman around the outside of Liam Lawson. He's going around the outside of Liam Lawson. I didn't expect him to actually make a move, as we've had to slow up. We've lycoed a bit. We've got enough battery, but we've just got nowhere to go. We've got the straight line mode on. We're 3 wide here in Jeddah. They've still got loads of battery. We don't. We're running out of battery. I turned it off because I thought everyone else was going to have to do that the same thing. But into the final corner, Lawson lost it. Behrman's lost it as well. We've lost it through the exit, but we've managed to get past Lawson. A nice switchback on Liam Lawson. Ollie Behrman put me off there. I thought he was going to spin, as I've turned the straight mode off instead of the boost, and we're getting swamped down towards turn 1. Lawson and Lindblad attacking us. Lindblad once again turning in on a Caterham car. Last time I was very sceptical whether it was Shields' fault or Lindblad or Perez for trying to make it 3 wide, but we've stayed ahead of the Brit for now. And this has been a hectic race so far, but we just need to manage that battery a little better, and it'll get us a lot further in this race. Lindblad actually coming up the inside into turn 13. I did not expect that from the rookie, the fellow rookie. Obviously the 2 rookies in Caterham and another rookie in the RB. He's gone past us up to P18. We've lost a few positions, but we might be able to get them back on this back straight. Just need a good exit once again. I didn't expect to get past Lindblad and Bortoletto here before, so probably should have been behind Lindblad anyway. He's going to make a move on Bottas on to turn 23, I think. We're going to lyco. I think they're all lycoing as well, because they're all so slow into the entry of this corner. We just want a good exit, put a boost on. We're going to run out before turn 27 though, but we've got a good run so far. But look at this, we're going to super clip as we go alongside Lindblad, and he's just going to pull away from us. We've got the slipstream off Bottas, but I don't think that's enough into the final corner. Behrman and Lawson going side by side. Can we get another switch back in an RB? It's not really worked out this time. And down the main straight, Lindblad pulling away. We've put the boost on, but we just need to save more throughout a lap. Alonso's behind us as well. He might make a move. He's not close enough. See, the thing is, we're out of battery here, so we're just going to have to lyco again. I think the rest of them are lycoing as well, but we just want a good exit through here as we're on the curb. No track limits though. We're going to put a bit of battery on to stay within a second of Lindblad. He's going to go flying up in front ahead of Bottas, I think. Or maybe not. I think the RB's running out of power though. Look at him go now. Look at him go as through the final corner. We're going to lyco. Lawson and Behrman still battling. Bottas and Lindblad side by side. Lindblad's had a poor exit. Can we pounce on that? We've just not got enough battery though. By the time we get to the line, it's going to be at 0. As you can see there, yeah, it's at 1% as we cross the line. Alonso's still not close enough to challenge us in towards turn 1, so we can just focus in front. There's a lock up ahead as Bottas goes round the outside of Liam Lawson.
I mean, it's been a decent start, up 4 places, but we just can't seem to shake off these hard tyre runners, well, especially the RBs, myself and Bottas struggling. Alonso's close enough behind, but I don't think he's going to make a move for it in towards turn 23. We're going to Lyco once again. Try and get a good exit on the run down to the final corner. Try not to go over track limits though. A bit of a squirt of boost as we head down towards the final corner. Lawson and Bottas still going side by side, and Lindblad's joining the action. Both RBs past the Cadillac, but Bottas is going to come back at them though through the final corner. Can we take advantage of this? Alonso's up our inside. We're just going to leave him enough room. We don't want to squeeze him into the wall, because then that might mean we spin as well. Lindblad and Bottas battling. Bottas is going to make a move, or Lawson's getting swamped down towards turn 1, and we're going to make the move up the inside of the RB as well. The Kiwi struggling as we've made a bit of contact with Lawson there. I don't think it was anything minor. I seen my Keen Shields' hand go up, but he got swamped down that straight. So if you're at the front of this pack, you really want to have overtake from the car in front, and I think they're a few seconds up the road, so Bottas is going to struggle this lap, and we just need to stick with him. We're falling a bit behind through sector 1. We just need to stay on the back of that RB in front. On the run down to the final corner on lap 6 here, we're alongside Arvid Lindblad. We're going to swarm Valtteri Bottas, who does not have overtake mode. I need to put the battery on a bit more. I think we're going to stay behind Bottas, try and get overtake mode into the final corner. We're a bit wide. I think Lindblad's going to get us as well. Yes, he does, but we do have overtake mode down the main straight. Bottas is very vulnerable here. The Cadillac struggling, and just look at that. Look at the advantage you get just by having the battery in overtake mode. As we're up to P16, Lindblad locks up. We nearly lose the back end, so it's all go here in Jeddah. There's 2.7 seconds to Behrman in front, so Lindblad is going to be very vulnerable this lap as he Lycos into turn 4. We might get a run on Lindblad here. I don't know whether to go past. Do we want to be swamped down the main straight? You know what? We're going to try it around the outside of Lindblad like he's not even there. We're up to P15. Perez is 2.2 ahead. We're going to have to push and use the battery to get ahead of these guys. They're going to be all over us, but we've just only got 10% of battery now. We're going to struggle. Lawson might give us overtake mode into the final corner, though. We're not really going to battle him too much. There he goes, the RB to the outside, and Lindblad follows. Hopefully doesn't turn in on a Caterham once again, though. No, he doesn't, as Lawson takes P15, but gives us overtake mode down the main straight. I don't think he'll have it, or maybe he will from Bottas last lap. We're going to go to the inside of Lawson. There wasn't really a gap there, but we've done it in towards the first corner now. Lindblad goes around the outside. We've had to cut the corner. No warning, though. We lost the back end under braking. These tyres are starting to go off slowly. But a nice battle here. Hopefully Perez drops back in front just to give us overtake mode, and we can get past Lindblad and fire away into the distance. But at the moment, it's a nice battle with the other rookie. Key and Shields going well. I don't think Stanek's last. We're on the curb. We've bottomed out on the curb there, and that is going to let Lawson have a go at us. No track limit warning through there, through turn 10. Luckily, but we've had to use a bit of battery to get away from the RB. That was very close. I thought we were going to go flying off the track there. Oh, as we lose the back end again. We're starting to struggle here. What are the tyres at? 44% on the rear right. We will start to struggle. I think it's our pit stop. I think we're going to lap 12 or something, so we've got a bit to go. Lap 8, and Valtteri Bottas is flying past us into the final corner. I thought he was going to hit the back of Lindblad there, but he doesn't. I think Lawson was going to try and move up our inside, but not today, Liam. Well, maybe in a lap's time, but not that lap. It's down the main straight. I think Lawson's coming into the pits there. Lawson is in the pits. There's quite a few cars in the pits down towards turn 1. And we've gained a few positions. We're up to P13. Lindblad 11th. Bottas 12th. Alonso's staying out as well. But were these cars even on the... These cars weren't even on the medium tyres. They were on the hards. Why are they pitting so early? Maybe trying to build a gap? I'm not quite sure. We're going longer than them though. 2-stop for most of these guys. And suddenly the strategy is looking very promising. Or, well, a bit more promising. Bottas challenging Lindblad through the final corner here on lap 9. It'll be interesting to see if the RB comes into the pit lane, or is it Valtteri Bottas? Bottas pits on his medium tyres, and we're going to go a bit longer. We're going to go 2 more laps and then come into the pits. Here we are into the pits, a very unconventional pit entry, but we might keep it under the speed limit. We have indeed. So we're into the pit lane, and there's caution sector 1. Caution sector 1, there's someone gone off. Any safety car? No, it doesn't look like it. We finally got a turn in that's optimal. As well, they're slow on the front left again. Come on, guys. That's 2 races in a row we've had this. Nico Hulkenberg is out of the session as we lock up straight away on our hard tyres. We've come out alongside Lance Stroll and he's hit us. Lance Stroll has hit us and there's a virtual safety car and we've got a penalty. How did we get a penalty for that? That's a joke. That's a joke that we've got a 10-second penalty for that. And Keen Shield's race is over essentially. Lance Stroll, mate. Unfortunately, I'd just say this is a racing incident. I didn't see Lance Stroll coming through turn 2 and we hit the back of the Aston Martin. If we didn't have that problem with the front left tyre, we wouldn't be in this position, but we've ended up with a broken front wing and a 10-second penalty. All we can do now is push on and hope that the strategy favours us. I've had an absolute nightmare today. Stanek's gearbox, Shields in qualifying, not getting a lap, and not watching out for Lance Stroll on the exit. That's the second race in a row that a Caterham has had contact with Lance Stroll. And we've got a 10-second penalty. And we've also got a front wing end plate missing. 3 races in a row that's happened to Keen Shields where he's missing a front wing end plate. But this race is essentially over for us now. We've got to... what do we have to do? We're going to struggle so much in the high speed sections. And there's not much we can do. We're in last position. We've got 13 laps left. We've got to hope for a proper safety car. And then we can take this penalty. And change the front wing. We're closing in on Lance Stroll and we're going to make a move in towards turn 23. Maybe that front wing end plate missing is giving us a lot more straight line speed, but it is hurting us through the corners. And Lance Stroll going very slow on them medium tyres, so I don't know what he's playing at. He's obviously struggling so much, but Keen Shields up to P21. Behrman has pitted and he's behind us. Stanek's in the pits, and I think it's going to be a race against their teammate again in Saudi Arabia, just like Bahrain. Albon is out of the session. Give me a safety car. Give me a safety car. Oh, doesn't look like there's anything. I think that's Albon's second retirement in this series over the 5 races that I've had, and plus a sprint race. But we have gapped Lance Stroll. We passed him a lap ago and we're already 2 seconds ahead. We are going to super clip down towards the final corner, but Lance Stroll is struggling with pace. No matter what we do on the track, we've still got this 10-second penalty, so we can have fun and gain places on the track, but once we cross the finish line, it's not looking too good for Keen Shields. As Bortoletto's in the pits, we've gotten past him, up to 18th position. Alonso, Bottas and Lawson have pit, and so has Perez. Perez come out in front of us though on hard tyres. We've got our teammate Roman Stanek right behind us. He's got Bortoletto up his chuff as well, so we're probably going to let Stanek go through and then see if we can hold up Bortoletto, but I don't think we have the time. Bortoletto going around the outside of Roman Stanek, and that's a shame. We could have played a team game here. Unfortunately, it's not worked out. As through turn 23 and 24, Bortoletto is going to be all over the back of us in towards the final corner. The Audi driver, as we know, the Audi engines aren't very good, but against us with front wing damage, actually, we might have better pace on the straights. Stanek's going to go for it. He has gone for it, and Behrman has come with him. Go to the inside, Stanek. Go to the inside. Go to the inside. He's not gone. Behrman's after him, though. Take the overtake mode, Roman. And you can do it. Roman Stanek is right behind us now down the main straight. Behrman's going to go to the inside of us as well. And Behrman and Stanek side by side down towards turn 1. There's somebody in the pits. We've been hit again. Bortoletto's hit us around the outside. Maybe that's me drifting over on him. But we've been hit once again, and the floor's damaged, and Keen Shields is all over the place. And Stanek is now 15th. Behrman got ahead of us as well. But it doesn't really matter where we finish on the road, because this penalty, this 10-second penalty, is still looming over us. I wish you could say to the FIA to remove it, but unfortunately not. Stanek, I'm going to let him go up the road with Behrman and battle. I'm going to try and hold up Bortoletto a bit longer so Stanek doesn't have to worry about anyone behind him. He goes to the outside there. I thought he was going to hit the wall there, Roman Stanek. We're playing a nice team game here. I don't think it's going to be for points, but we'll try and get our teammate a few more positions. The straight line speed without this front wing end plate is actually quite good, so we'll see if we can hold up Bortoletto a bit more. He goes to the inside though at turn 14 or 15. I'm not quite sure what the corner numbers are. It's turn 17, I think. Go on, Stanek, you can do it. He's actually losing so much time to Behrman. Stay within the overtake mode, Stanek. Go on, you know you want to. I don't think he has. Stanek missing out on overtake mode, so our plan isn't going to work. Lawson to the inside. He's caught me out there through the final corner. He's going to get the run as well. We've not got enough battery. The RB is through, and we're just going to get swamped here on this straight. Not got any battery left, and look at that. We've lost 4 positions down this main straight. We're down to P20. Keen Shields having a nightmare here in Saudi Arabia. Stanek has been overtaken, and he's down to 18th position. I think Bortoleto will be past him soon enough. Final lap of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. It's been a fun one up until lap 13 before that incident. I think it's more on my fault. I haven't seen it, but I'd imagine I just didn't account for Stroll's line through turn 2. Keen Shields obviously just inexperienced and made that simple mistake, and it's cost us dearly. 10-second penalty and a broken front wing end plate. Oscar Piastri wins the race here in Saudi Arabia. And Lando Norris, I think, finished second, so he's not going to be complaining too much. He's still got a healthy lead at the front of the Drivers' Championship. And then we had that incident with Bortoleto, and again, I think that was my fault. Just drifting over under braking, there was so much happening, and unfortunate for Keen Shields. And just like last time in Bahrain, it's due to inexperience between our 2 Caterham drivers. But hopefully as the season goes on, the drivers get a bit more wary of their surroundings, aka me, because both times the floor's been damaged, it's been me driving. Alonso's right behind us now. We put the straight mode on. We've got a little bit of battery, but the Honda engine is going to fly past us. The Aston Martin up to P20. We've not got any battery left as we will get overtake mode for this run to the line. Can we get Fernando Alonso? I don't think we're going to be able to. No, we're not. We've got the battery on. Actually, we're closing quite a lot. We're closing more than I thought. Can we nip Alonso at the line to steal P20 back? Yes, we can. On the line, but unfortunately, that penalty has ruined us. We finished P21 here in Saudi Arabia, and it's just a big, big shame. A 1-2 for McLaren. They've definitely been the dominant team this year. Antonelli gets his first podium of the season as well. And look at the celebrations. One day, that'll be Caterham up there, but not for now. We've got a lot of work to do if we want that. Isaac Hadjar grabs 4th position. He's done well in these 2 Middle East races. Hamilton, Verstappen, Russell, Sainz, Leclerc and Colapinto round off the points, and Colapinto gets his first points of the season. Poor result from Russell and Leclerc. They started off the season very well, but Russell from pole losing 6 positions. Unfortunately for Stanek, he just couldn't keep the pace of the other guys. He was battling for, I think, 14th or 15th with Behrman, but it just wasn't to be for the Czech driver. He is the leading Audi car across the line. He just pipped Bortoleto by 5/10. Keen Shields, though, oh, it's such a what could have been race. Could it have been from the back to points again for Keen Shields? We don't know. We really do not know. If we had no wing damage and no penalty after our first pit stop, it could have been so much different. And things have been awful in these 2 Middle East rounds for Caterham, but at least we've beaten Lance Stroll. Even with the 10-second penalty, we're 5/10 ahead. A horrible weekend at the office for Caterham. At least Miami has 2 attempts at it. We've got the sprint race and the main race, and we've got new upgrades as well, so it's not all that bad. We've got a lot to look forward to. Lando Norris still has a healthy lead at the front of the Drivers' Championship. Russell, Verstappen and Leclerc are close for 3rd position. Hadjar and Antonelli are tied on 41 points. Hamilton hasn't really had that good of a start to the season. Roman Stanek drops a position thanks to Carlos Sainz's 8th place finish. Keen Shields still in 13th position. And if we go to the constructors, McLaren have a really good lead. They're 101 points ahead after 5 rounds. Williams have jumped ahead of us thanks to Carlos Sainz. Alpine pull 1 more point ahead of us thanks to Colapinto's first points of the season. And Caterham are sitting in 7th position. We've got a bit of a gap to Racing Bulls and Audi. Cadillac, Haas and Aston Martin haven't scored yet, but you never know. One good double points finish for any of the teams around us and we could be in real trouble. Roman Stanek will be happy with 18th, as it's just obvious the Audi powertrain is just not suited to this high speed track yet. Hopefully some more upgrades and we'll be right there. We'll be very happy to leave this continent after 2 horrible races in Bahrain and in Saudi Arabia. That incident with Stroll was so unfortunate. We just couldn't see him until it was too late. The one with Bortoleto, I guess there were so many cars around me, I just didn't really expect him to be on the outside, and I thought I had left him more room than I did. Unfortunately, it wasn't the case, and we had floor damage, and from then on, it was just a horrible car to drive. It's a slow car anyway because we're brand new. It was horrible with the damage, and 3 races in a row, Keen Shields has broken the front wing end plate. Hopefully that won't happen in Miami. It's a shame, but if we look at it this way, it's a test for the team. How well can Caterham bounce back, or are we going to be stuck
in this limbo for a few more rounds. Can the drivers bounce back? They're both inexperienced. Do they have it in them to get Caterham back into the points in the next few rounds? We'll have to find out. Be sure to let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed this video. Any feedback is muchly appreciated. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more Caterham career. I hope you're enjoying this series. I'm enjoying recording it. It's a setback, but we'll be able to fight back. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time in Miami.